Hello everybody, my name is Michael. Thanks so much for joining me again. We are jumping back into Chapter 4 of Python Crash Course Try Yourself Problems, this time looking at 4-2 animals. In 4-2, we are tasked to think of at least 3 different animals that have common characteristics. Store the names of these animals in a list, and then use a for loop to print out the name of each animal. We'll modify your program to print a statement about each animal, such as a dog would make a great pet. Add a line at the end of the program stating what these animals have in common. You could print a sentence such as, any of these animals would make a great pet. Alright, let's go ahead and make a list of animals. We'll save this in a variable called animals and create an empty list. Inside the list, we'll incorporate 3 strings to be the objects for these animals. We'll have dog, cat, and rabbit. Now that we have a list of animals, we can loop over this list of animals and gather, or at least access, each animal within the list. Let's go ahead and say for animal in animals. Let's go ahead and just print out that animal. If we go ahead and run this program, we get the output of dog, cat, rabbit. In our first bullet point, we are asked to modify your program to print a statement about each animal, such as a dog would make a great pet. I will go ahead and comment out this first for loop and say for animal in animals. Let's go ahead and call print, but this time use f-string syntax to create a sentence or a string and insert a variable into the string as a placeholder. Let's use the example and say a animal would make a great pet. If we go ahead and run this program, you will see we get 3 sentences, each dynamically accounting for the value within the list of animals. A dog would make a great pet, a cat would make a great pet, and a rabbit would make a great pet. And lastly, it wants us to add a line at the end of the program stating what these animals have in common. You could print a sentence, any of these animals would make a great pet. Let's go ahead and call a print statement outside of the for loop. Notice how this print is no longer nested within the loop and will be printed after the loop ceases or finishes. Inside of our print call, let's go ahead and insert an f-string for syntax and say all of these animals are mammals. Because all these animals are some of our furry friends, we can consider these to be mammals and display that all of these animals are mammals after the loop. Alright everybody, this has been 4-2 animals. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.